for a whole month.
Did
And
Tom,
there was probably a lot that you could cut from that.
Yeah. I mean, the downtime episodes don't really need to be broadcast, I suppose. It's just meant to be a little bit of a reprieve for you guys. And they are rather easy to edit.
best part is you're talking and it's live. I love it. Hee hee hee.
Oh, goody.
Yeah!
Hello, people.
There's nobody.
This is what DMs bitch about when you're not watching.
Pretty accurate. There's no one watching it. Let me get the link.
Speaking of, I need to give that to people.
As do I. Do-do,
There we go. Big Sly.
Slide!
Forget it.
Alright, so I put it in the chat things and all that. I suppose I should do an actual, like, intro. Alright, let's do this. Hello everyone, my name is Clay, and welcome to Terminally Nerdy, and tonight, with the help of Saevrick, Virus, Hackfox, and my wife, Jan, we're going to be playing Michtim. And they're going to be going on the quest for the Golden Acorn and some other stuff, because wizards. We're going to start with character creation, which is exceedingly simple.
Yeah.
Also, I see Brax and Davish. Davish? Hello, Davish. It's the ensemble cast of D&D greatness. What? Okay. So, basically, Michtim, you're playing as hamster spirit. Well, you're playing as nature spirits that resemble hamsters. So character creation, they don't use stats, they use emotion. Emotions range from 1 to 4. And we're going to do this part right now, guys, so get ready. The 5 emotions are joy, love, grief, fear, and anger. And you will each start with 7 points to increase your emotions up to a maximum of 4. But they all start at 1, so it's just 1 point to go up. So if you want to go from 1 to 4, it's 3 points. So everyone figure out what your emotion ratings are going to be. Keep in mind the basic way that die rolling works. You roll a number of d6 equal to your rating. So if you have 4 points in joy, and I make you do a joy roll, you roll 4d6. And your objective is to get a 7 or higher total. And that's a success. You can reduce the number of dice you roll to gain additional successes if you still get a 7. So if you have 4 dice, you can say, I'm not going to roll all 4, I'm going to roll 2 of them. And if I still get a 7 on the 2, I have 3 successes. 2 for the dice you held back, plus the basic 1. There's also mood markers, which can be turned in for additional dice, and everyone can have a maximum of 3 of them. They also give you pluses to rolls made with that emotion, and negatives to opposing emotions. So, like, you can't be joyful if you're sad and scared, essentially. So if you have grief mood markers, you'll suffer penalties to joy rolls. Mood markers only last till the end of a scene, which is like combat or exploration, anything. Basically, I decide when they wipe out. And you do not have an option to not take them. So if you get a 6 on one of your die rolls, you're taking, or I think, Virus, you're going to be a tactician, right?
Yeah.
Which means you get them on 1s and 6s, I think.
Yes.
So Virus just stacks these things. So, yeah. Jan, you can edit your character sheet and everyone can fiddle with it and set their stats. And I made these terrible character sheets. I'm actually looking at my wife's right now. I just was like, there's no Michtim character sheet, so that's the thing I had to do.
So we have seven to throw into whatever we want.
Up to a max of 4, yeah. So like Jan's gonna have a 4 in fear, 3 grief, 2 joy, 2 love, and I guess 1 anger. Yep. Also, make sure you set your current to match your max because of the rolling. You won't be messing with your max number, but if you do holding dice or you do added dice, you need to change your current so it rolls correctly.
Thanks.
So let's see. So, yeah, this is the. Well, then this isn't confusing at all. It's a little weird, Brax. I admit it's kind of strange, but not terrible. So you also get to pick your calling, which I think everyone already decided on. Correct?
Yes, sir. I was eyeballing the book and almost changed it.
What were you going to change it to? You can change it.
Either a cook or a courtier. Shut up, Alexa. I wasn't talking to you.
I took courtier, so.
Well, I mean, you could have 2 courtiers and then just double tap on particular, like, trying to scare the shit out of people.
Well, artists are also really interesting because they transfer mood markers around.
Yeah, the only problem is you have to either generate them yourself or steal them if the enemy has them.
Right. That was why I was like,
The bard just gives mood markers, but you might end up giving mood markers that your friends don't want.
Yeah. I'll stick with sorcerer.
Alright, real quick.
No attribute found for Whipsy love mood. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I forgot to create a love mood. Hold on.
Should I add one then?
I already did. There you go. Everyone make sure you have a love mood.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I got one.
I just created one.
I do have one.
I don't see one.
Indeed.
Close the sheet and reopen it. It's at the bottom.
There you go.
There it is. Okay. Alright. Hey, Lorelei. Hello. So callings are essentially classes, but they're more like jobs. They can be shifted. You can learn additional. We're probably not going to get to the point of you guys getting a second calling.
That was where I was almost a smartass.
Yeah.
Almost asked you if I could multi-class.
This game is built with it in mind.
Multi-call.
So, my wife is going to be a witch, and what does the witch do, Jan?
Basically put hexes on people. Like, all I need to do is just touch them, or in this case, Whipsy is going to paint on my little furry friends, my furry comrades, and for like, I guess, let's say, and I guess depending on the mood I'm going for, I can give them, let's say, like for a fear hex, I can make them hide or evade, depending on, like, I guess if a certain trigger is met.
She basically does wards.
Yeah, there you go. Basically, I put wards or traps.
And they are triggered with her stats. She can only have one on each of you at a time. And they last until triggered or until a number of days equal to her emotion rating. So, like, fear ones are 4 days, grief ones are 3. Basically, she's Little Miss Defense.
Yes.
Alright, Saevrick.
And remember, I have a familiar too.
Yes, you do.
Apparently, I have a familiar that's really tiny, and it can be anything, like any type of animal. It will give me. It's useless in a fight, but it knows many secrets and lore. And I decided for my little hamster, my little paranoid, weepy hamster, is gonna be a tick. So there's a tick just roaming around my fur and whispering, secrets in my ear.
Yeah, it's gonna be a creepy little tick that talks to her, making chittering noises. Alright, Saevrick. What calling are you taking and what does it let you do?
I am playing the courtier, which lets me. Well, courtiers are used to getting in their ways, so through manipulation and ruses, I give tokens to our enemies to manipulate them in the ways that is most beneficial to me.
So, essentially, he forces mood markers onto people who may not want them to try to penalize their rolls. Because you can't get rid of them unless you use an emotion ability from it, so... You can basically make people afeared. Alright, and what is your character? Because Jan is clearly already explained her whipsy, so go ahead and explain who you are.
Well, I'm Silvio Bucco, but you jokes can call me Big Sly, okay? And it's my job to become a maid Michtim, because I want all that nectar, I want all them cakes, and they're all coming right here. And you guys can come with me and be made too. It's our own little clan. It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh my goodness!
We discussed it. Since Michtim does take place in the real world, and there are humans, he's basically been enamored with a nearby Italian restaurant and the very strange men who hang out there. All right, Animu. What's your calling and your Michtim?
Well, I am going to be a tactician, so I'm going to be moving everybody all around and healing everybody. Animu just decided to call himself that. He kind of has forgotten his real name. Humans, and saw them watching rather interesting looking. Properly.
You're cutting in and out. You might want to crank the sensitivity, or just turn it on to push to talk.
I'm in the browser version, so push to talk is no go for me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So crank the sensitivity.
Yeah, he's watched the humans watching this very interesting looking shows. The name right.
I think you still owe me for your subscription to Crunchyroll. Just saying. We don't want to come break your legs, okay? I'm just saying.
All right. Finally, we have our good friend Hack Fox. What you doing and what's the goal, sir?
Hans is a sorcerer. They tend to be mischievous and a little pranksterish, but they can use their magic to heal, or move objects, or even beset their foes with fiery bolts while staying safely behind all of their powerful friends. They can also apparently charge up their powers. I think that's by holding dice, and the more I hold back, the more range and a little bit more powerful my stuff gets.
Yeah, so like if you use anger, because yours basically lets you do like essentially the same actions but at a distance to allies. Mm-hmm. So like you can give an ally weeping to give them a damage shield, essentially. If you hold dice, you get more successes, which causes the action to have a greater effect.
Yes.
So, like, if you shoot somebody with your anger bolt and you hold back 2 dice and you hit him, you do 3 wounds instead of 1. But he's the only person who's got ranged attacks, except for Big Sly, who basically yells at people anyway. So as long as they can hear him, he can fuck with them. All right, so that's basically it. There's only a certain number of actions they can take generally. Where is it? They can do Jolt, which is basically like jump. It's how they move a second time, apparently. You can't actually convert a basic action into a move action. But we're doing Theater of the Mind, so I'm just going to have, like, close range, medium range, and long range. Like, unless you're in close range, you can't hit them. Except for Hans, he could be at medium range. Detect is basically perception. It also uses joy. Cure uses love. It's the healing ability, and it cannot be used on yourself. So the only person who can really build the cure is Animu, and he can't heal himself.
No self-love.
Now my favorite ability is Weep, because you legitimately curl up into a fetal ball and cry.
Or you don't have to roll into a ball. You can give them cute hamster eyes.
Yeah, basically, weeping is to make yourself look as small, pathetic, and as non-threatening as humanly possible. It gives you damage reduction based on the number of successes you get for all attacks that round incoming to you. Then, of course, you got Hide. Roll to hide, hold dice back to get more hits to make it harder to hide, or harder to be seen. Evade is unique in that it turns the success to hit you from a 7 to something based on what you roll. Of course, this could also be really horrible if you rolled like 3 1s. And it's like, then you're just like, I'm supposed to dodge, right? And then anger is the way to inflict damage on people. That's pretty much it. Hey, Orcust. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Alright, so, y'all ready to begin? Yes?
Yeah, let's start this.
Let's go!
Alright, so we're starting in the town of Velen. It's a small, tiny town for Michtim on the edge of the kingdom. And you guys have just finished basically another semester of hissing school. You're still apprentices. You've been learning from your master. Big Sly's master really likes Mafioso as well, so he's like, you stick with me, kid. I'm gonna teach you the ways. Make you an offer you can't refuse. Animu has just been bouncing around happily, and everyone just sort of tolerates his weird presence. Hans has been learning from his direct master, actually. Basically the High Sorcerer's office, which is headed by a guy named Telik, or a Michtim named Telik. And our good friend Whipsy over here has been learning from her fellow witches in the off hours of hissing school, going around, picking up, various plants and herbs and trying to figure out which ones make the best paints for her wards. You guys have all met in hissing school and you're kind of like friends. And Hans's master Telik actually calls you into his office, like after hissing school, right before your summer vacation's essentially supposed to start. And Telik looks at you all and goes, "These are your friends, Hans?" I mean,
What's with the attitude? What's with all the attitude for, man? I mean, you called us here. We didn't call you here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure he just wants to make sure.
He points at Whipsy and goes, "She has twigs in her fur. When was the last time she bathed?"
I just start to curl up in a ball and give, hamster eyes. Whipsy uses Weep!
Weep does not protect you against emotional hurt. It just makes it worse. So Telik just kind of looks at Hans and go, "Alright, I need you little apprentices for I'd say super important, but I will be reporting to your school how well you do. I have need of some ingredients as well as a relic that only shows up once every 100 years. I need them to perform a ritual that will bring our town continued bounty. Do you think you're up to the task?"
Fantastic! I'm ready to go.
I mean, do you ever come to Big Sly with a problem that Big Sly doesn't solve?
He just sort of looks at Hans like, "Really?"
I don't know where I found the master.
And then he looks at Whipsy, who's apparently still crying. He's like,
But what about the little animals? What about the little animals?
and then your tick kind of crawls up and you hear it. And you all see her fur move as something like crawls around her head and comes around to her ear, and everyone can very hear softly chittering, but for Whipsy she hears, it's the acorn. It's potent. You should get it.
Okay.
Was that friends or friends? He goes, so what I need
Friends.
is the following. First, I'm going to need 10 pieces of red toadstool. You can find that in the mushroom caves. It's about 2 days east from the town. I'm going to need 8 pieces of mandrake root. You can find them on the forest floor near oak trees. I'm going to need some fresh spring water. There's a spring on the way to the mushroom cave. You can get it from there. And then the most important thing I need for this ritual is the Golden Acorn. It only shows up once every 100 years, and it's defended in a hidden vale. It's about 4 days north. I'll hex you with a cure. That actually would work, actually. So, now I don't have any equipment to give you. I'm very busy. If you go out and visit Grigori, which you all know Grigori's like the general store owner, he could probably give you some supplies. Yamila the baker could give you some bread for the travels. I need that as soon as you can get it. Preferably before someone else gets the acorn.
Of course, master.
And then he just sort of turns around and starts messing with things on tables and weird little smoke. And he's clearly, like, dismissing you now.
Hans looks at her belt and goes, that means we can go.
Just shaking my head disapprovingly.
Alright, so Velen is a town that's on sort of it's in a stump of a dead tree. So they've got, like, they've built around the mushrooms and, like, the fungus that have kind of filled in. So there's, like, rope bridges and stuff. It's a couple tiers. A couple of basic shops, but the major shop everyone goes to is Grigori's. He's both a blacksmith and a general store. Yamila the baker. There's also, you guys know, one of your favorite places to eat is Gilbert's Noodle Shop. But you're not but you're not entirely certain the noodles will hold for a long period of time. So where are you guys gonna go? You've got to visit a mushroom cave, visit a spring, get some mandrake root, and get an acorn.
Well, first we're going to visit the Grigori guy.
Yeah, because you are gonna need stuff to carry the water. He
Yep.
won't give you anything to carry.
Yeah,
the
just
water.
maybe.
Pretty much everything else, the toadstool, the mandrake root.
Yeah, you basically need a pack and some stuff. Alright, is everyone just gonna go straight to Grigori as a group?
Yeah, let's go.
That seems like a good idea.
Alright.
Yes.
Takes you about 10-15 minutes to get over there. He's kind of hidden away because of the smoke from his forge. Grigori is a very large hamster. Like, big and big.
You sure it's not a guinea pig?
No, he is not a guinea pig, although that is possible.
So he's as big as a guinea pig.
He is as big as a guinea pig, so he towers over pretty much every other Michtim. He's also probably the weepiest, crybabiest, most paranoid creature in here. Even beyond Whipsy. Like, Whipsy's paranoid. He doesn't leave his home. He's afraid of everything.
Oh, so we must be best buddies then.
Oh yeah, you two.
Sharing tips to each other on what's the best place to hide and what's the best exit when we're in danger.
Yes. For those, by the way, Michtim do not use currency, so everything's done on a bartering and favor system. So you guys get there, and of course, he's hammering away, repairing someone's tool while weeping. It's like, I swear, why is this so terrible? This is nowhere near good enough! I just don't get it! Why? Oh, there's customers. I'm gonna disappoint them. Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Greggy?
Oh, it's Silvio.
Well,
Hello.
why you say it like that for, man? I mean, I thought we were good to each other.
I say everything like this.
Yeah. You was a weepy bitch, you know that?
I do.
Man.
And he just starts crying again. He's huge.
No, stop. I mean, can you stop crying long enough for us to get through this transaction?
Oh,
Please.
You need something. What do you need?
Why don't I just come here to see you? I mean, you depress me, man. Let's just be honest.
I depress everybody.
Yeah.
That's why nobody wants to stay here.
God, somebody else take care of this dude. I can't handle him.
Hello, Whipsy.
Hey, Gregory!
Have you found any good hiding spots lately? The outside world is scary.
Ooh, you know what? If you let me, I'll give you a ward. So that way when you go out and get some materials, you can start hiding.
What would you like for the ward? I can't just take it. That's not fair.
Just some stuff to help us, like a pack or something. Where I'm off to a to a scary world too,
Oh, are you?
and we're gonna need it.
Are you going outside the city? You're really brave.
Well, I get this tree up here, and they sure that I'm hoping is good enough.
Hoping it's good enough. So, yeah. I'm just imagining Hans is really just sitting there, like, disapproving with Big Sly, like, really? This is what we're dealing with right now?
This gerbil creature makes me angry.
Okay, well...
At least we can agree on something, because I'm getting a little pissed myself right now. We could have been gone like 10 minutes ago.
Probably 5.
Well, okay. If you want to give me the ward, what exactly do you need? And he kind of goes... Big ol' snot just sniffled up.
I'm gonna use my cloak to pick up that snot. I don't care. I'm dirty as hell.
Alright, so what would you like to get exactly? He's...
Whoopsie is the hamster equivalent of a trash witch.
Hey, sometimes when I go hide, I might hide in questionable places, and I don't care. As long as it hides me, I'll take it.
Oh my god, this is great.
So I'm gonna explain to Grigori, and while we're both, trembling with each other, with me at the very thought that I'm out in the world, even though there's three hamster people with me. We're gonna need like something to hold the water and a pack to hold the rest of the mushroom and stuff.
Okay, do you guys have any food, or no?
Brother, you don't need any more food, trust me.
Not for me, for you.
Nope, we don't have any food right now.
Oh, well, here, and he puts 2 large backpacks down. He puts 3 clear bottles, glass bottles. They're ridiculously well made. Like everything you're picking up is handmade.
Oh, if they're very well made, I'm gonna make sure I keep it because I know for sure I will be very careful with them, and I'm too paranoid to give it to someone else, just in case you might
break it.
Break it, yes.
So everything has got his symbol on it. Like he's made everything, and it's ridiculously good. And he's like, I know these are horrible, but okay. If you need food for the trip, you might want to go visit Yamila. She's very pretty. But she makes good bread and it lasts a long time. Could you tell her to come talk to me? And he holds out 2 daggers, like, I'll give you these daggers.
Fuck yeah, we will.
Of course I can tell her to talk to you.
Okay, so he'll give you the daggers. Who's gonna take them? There's only 2 of them. Alright, so Big Sly's gonna take 1.
I'm getting more of them shankers, I'm telling you what.
Well, I'm thinking the one. She said he gave us 2 packs, right?
2 leather packs. So one for food, one for the ingredients, and 3 glass bottles.
Okay, so I can put the 3 glass bottles in the pack that's gonna be for the materials. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the material pack then, and someone else will hold the food. Because I'm just gonna probably just like, I don't know, take one food and hide it in my fur or something.
How big is everybody else?
I'm big boy.
I don't know, how big are we? I thought we were big as hamsters.
They're talking about body type, so they're slim, medium, and large, essentially.
Oh, I'm the chubby one. I'm a chubby one.
So you got 2 chubs. I know for a fact Sly is slim. Hans, what are you?
Hans is also slim and tall.
So we're probably gonna have Whipsy and Animu carrying the packs because they're the broader people.
Yeah.
So just for reference, the dagger on any anger-based attacks, including magic, Hans, it will give you an extra hit, just flat.
All right. Well, I guess Hans will take the other one then.
So that's basically that's kind of like, you know, you can brandish it or anything. So any anger rolls you make, you get an extra hit because you've got something pointy, sharp, and scary.
Okay.
And it's good for channeling magic. Alright, so you've got... Are you guys going to head to Yamila's to try to get some food?
Hell yeah.
He's got himself a little knife. He's like, knife. Alright. So you guys start heading over to Yamila's. She's kind of in what would basically be the town square, way at the bottom on the flat-like surface of the stump. Lots of fresh bread smells. Smells really good. And you see this very tall, very pretty, very well-maintained female Michtim sitting there going, bread, fresh bread, muffins, scones. And people come by and they buy a little, they trade with her and they leave. Animu would know this woman because she is, she gives him treats.
What was her name again?
Yamila.
Start pounding up. Yamila!
Oh, hello, Animu. I see you brought your friends with you.
Yes, we're going on an adventure!
Adventure.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, Whipsy.
Oh, to be young again. What can I do for you?
Well, we were supposed to do it. We need to get some food for the trip. To figure out what to trade you for it.
All right. Well. She kind of starts thinking for a minute.
If you're going out somewhere anytime future, I can give you a hex to help you out.
Oh, I don't like that witchcraft stuff. It gets stuck in my fur, and she smooths her fur out. She's very clearly into like keeping
pristine.
Yes. She goes,
This classy broad.
Perhaps
I could just
an
give you
earthen shield.
some loaves of bread.
Oh, but... Ooh.
Well, how about this? If you find any pretty flowers, you bring them back to me.
Oh, we would have done that regardless, you know what I'm saying?
And she blushes like, oh, you.
And just tell me, sweetheart, do you have any nectar or something you'd let us have?
Oh, you would... well, let me see. I do use some of it in my baking. Hold on, let me go get some bread. And she goes in the back, and there's some noises. And she comes out, she's got a small, like, water flask and like 4 loaves of bread. They're fairly substantial loaves. Like, you guys look at those, you could eat on those for a couple days each. She goes, is this going to be enough to help you?
That should be great!
Oh, well, okay. Now, do stay safe. The wilds outside can be dangerous.
Oh,
There's talk of rats.
speaking of rats, that fat Gregory guy, he said something about letting us, that he was talking. I don't remember.
Gregory!
Hey!
If you visit Gregory once in a while, that'd be nice. Maybe.
Oh, well,
The weepy little bastard is off. Oop, I switched accents.
Remember, it's always important to stay in character.
It can be
I broke
forgiven,
myself.
mister. I've almost been up for 24 hours.
Almost.
3 hours of sleep, go!
And apparently things are jumping off my desk.
I'm serious, the 3 hours of sleep club.
The fat weepy one from around the corner. He's
he-
kind of soft on you, if you know what I mean.
Oh, he wants me to visit. Oh, I'll have to think about this. And she looks like a little flustered, like, oh. She's like, he's one of the most wealthy Michtim here. She's getting that look, like you're gonna see the dollar signs pop up in her face, like ding ding.
You just give me some small time. We're all gonna be made, sweetheart. You ain't gonna be worried about no money, trust me.
She just looks at Sly like, I have no idea what he just said.
It's alright, because I probably don't understand it either.
You're just like, I know they say that, those weird mafia people. I
know these things they say, and they do these things.
Alright, so you've got your supplies.
Okay, before we head out, I'm gonna ask the party which hex would they like.
So she's asking what kind of protective magic you want. Like, do you want to be protected to get, like, movement or, like, a defensive shield, that sort of thing. Basically, she can give you a hex that mimics any of the normal actions.
What's the hex for anger do again?
That one does damage to the opponent.
Sudden harmful magic bursts through the curse seal. Your baleful hex will attack your target when a certain trigger is met.
Yeah, so like you could put the anger hex on somebody, and it would basically allow you to do an attack if the action is triggered.
Okay.
But do you even have 2 dice in anger?
No, I only have 1.
You can't reach a 7 then.
Oh shoot! Should I change my fear then from a 3 to a 2? So I can put 2 in anger?
You can go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
I didn't even think of.
I don't suppose you could give me some sort of jolt or something, could you?
I can probably give you a joke.
Yeah, so
Go ahead for a
Animu
jolt.
can actually, like, if he does the jolt action, he can take someone with him. Bouncy, bouncy.
Yeah, I can. So
I can
you.
take multiple people with me.
Around you crybabies has made me kind of, sad, so...
So Sly and Animu wants the jolt, and then Hans wants the anger.
Baleful hex would be nice, yes.
Okay, so
I
I'm
don't need
gonna.
a jolt. I'm fine without jolt.
Well, I'm still gonna give something to you. Which one do you want? It's either you choose, or I force it on you because I'm too paranoid that everybody doesn't have a hex. I gotta make sure everyone has my hexes.
Need a cure.
Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, I should just give you just cure because you can't cure yourself.
Now the
I
question
am
is,
officially
what are
just
the
gay.
triggers?
Oh, I have to make the trigger myself.
You have to decide what triggers these.
So I'm gonna put in, so on Hans, I'm gonna make sure if, since he's strange, if someone, if something hostile gets close to him, like, I don't know, what's the closest that could harm him?
Remember, we're not using distance, so if they get within melee...
Yeah, okay, once gets close to him, right?
Yeah.
He gets that, so I'm gonna dip into my little paint bowl, and I'll just start slathering my hex on him. And then on Silvio, he wants the jolt. I don't know, when would you want this to happen?
Now, mind you, they're triggered on her emotion rating, so Hans will get the damage dice, but it'll be based on her anger, which is low. But it's still extra damage.
So for Big Sly, like, when do you want that jolt?
I mean, I guess if we were getting chased by some big ass bird or something, you know, I'd like to get out of there. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna think of that. Birds chasing. Let's go. And then for animal, obviously, if someone hurts you, you get cured. And then I just slather it all over your fur. I can hex myself too, right?
Yes, you can.
And me, I roll for hiding.
On what trigger? What's going to trigger yours?
Obviously, if I feel something hostile appears close in the area, like that we're not aware of, suddenly I become invisible. So if you don't see me, you know shit's happening.
So
I'm your little trap light.
Okay, so you want yours if an enemy gets near, like something meaning to do you harm gets near.
Yeah, gets near, then I just disappear. Well, I just disappear from sight.
All right. So what's your joy rating?
They're all 2 except the grief and the fear. They're all 3.
Alright.
So everything's a 2 except for grief and fear.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is that's how it's the days the hex lasts before you have to redo it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so where are you guys going to go first? You need to collect some mandrake root, which is around oak trees. There's tons of them. You need to visit the spring, which is between here and the mushroom caves. And you need to get to the mushroom cave to get the mushrooms. And at some point also make it out to the actual, like, hidden grove, which is to the north. So where do you want to go first?
Well, what's the closest?
The closest would be the mushroom caves. They're 2 days, one direction, east.
Yeah, we can do that then. We'll just go in an order. There's no sense going back and forth. That takes up too much time. Leaves us out for exposure to the dangers of the wild.
It does indeed.
Exactly. Whipsy knows this.
All right. So you guys start making your way. Who's going to be in the lead? Anyone in particular? Or are you guys just going to kind of be like a little group just tromping?
That would probably be me, but it wouldn't necessarily be in the lead. It'd more just be me running circles around them because I'm so excited!
I'll probably in the middle for protection, and just in case, like, if I go boop, at least someone behind me can see that I went invisible. And of course I would tell this to everybody. If that happens, that means hostile, or like there's a danger imminent.
Alright, so the trail is kind of marked to the cave because a lot of people go visit, but it's kind of overgrown. No one's been out there recently. So anyone who wants to lead the way, I want you to make a detect roll, which is rolling joy. Yeah, Virus is easily going to make it. Whipsy does not.
I can't even beat a 7. I'm not even gonna try.
You have to manually put in that.
No, this is a detect roll.
No, that's also that 6 doesn't count
Oh no, that's
as a token. Also, I mean the mood marker.
He would get a mood marker, but it's not. It's gonna go away before you get to the next scene.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, like if I want to make it count though before the next scene, like just in case something happens, I can put that in. Like if I roll.
Yeah, if
I
you
roll.
roll.
Okay.
Okay, well, clearly Hans and Big Sly have no idea what to be doing out in the woods. They're following the
I know
hype
exactly
road.
what to be doing. I am holding back and being very far behind everybody else.
I'm the brains and the bronze, man. I'm not, I'm not a Boy Scout or nothing.
Yeah, whereas Animu is literally like Wile E. Coyote, like cartoon, like bing, 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 and yet he seems to be going in the exact correct direction. Whipsy is too paranoid and like every time a bird chirps, it's.
What's that?
Whoo, whoo. You guys make camp in under some flowers for the first night.
Are they nice flowers?
They're pretty nice. There's several large ones and then some baby ones that look like they'd be kind of pretty.
I'm gonna take some of the baby ones.
And you guys can see as the sun was setting a little ways out. There's the water hole or the spring where you can fill up the glasses. Are you guys gonna have any watches, or are you just gonna kind of try to hide for the night? Because there's some grass here. You could burrow in and hide.
Oh, there's like a water hole we can do the fresh spring.
Yeah, but it's probably still a couple hours walk. Like you can see where it would be, like because it's like down a hill.
Oh, I'm gonna wait until someone's with me.
So yeah, are you guys gonna post watch? Are you guys gonna hide for the night? Burrow in, dig in.
I mean, I got a lot of heat on me still, watching my back, so might go underground for the night, just in case.
Is Hans willing to go underground, or is Hans too good for that shit?
Hans is too good to go underground.
I swear, I'm just seeing this very I'm better than you the whole time.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm hiding.
Alright, so those of you doing
let's go with Hans was a former courtier who decided to change his calling.
There you go, actually, yeah. That's a thing!
He's a bit of a stuck-up prick.
So roll fear.
Let's see, anyone trying to hide, roll fear. Remember, if you want to get more than one success, you do need to hold some dice, so...
I guess,
if you're gonna hold dice, Jan, just change the current down and make the roll, and then change it back, and tell me how many you're holding.
The current one, right?
I guess we should watch over our buddies.
I'm gonna hold 1.
Should I?
Okay. I don't know. Should you? You could watch over your buddy.
Well, I didn't. I guess I shouldn't have held it, huh?
Hans.
Shit.
If he wants first watch, or if I should take first watch.
What did you roll? Because it didn't show me all of a sudden. Oh wait, there it is. There it is. Silvio got a
Hans
6.
Didn't show up for me either.
Whipsy got a... Oh no, it showed up above their names. Look and you'll see a 6 and a 6. For some reason it duplicated their stuff.
Weird. Anyways, what'd you say, Hans?
Hans will take first watch.
Hey.
Well, Sly, Whipsy, you think you're hidden. Hans, Animu, they are clearly not. Like Sly is his ass is just sticking up in the air. He thinks he's good. And Whipsy's just sitting there rocking I am the rock, I am the rock, I am the rock. She's got her cloak is just pulled over her head, and she is.
And I'm shivering. I'm not even still. I'm just shivering. So obviously. Like, or even if I hit underneath the pile of little dirt is just shivering because of that, the trembling.
All right. So Hans, make a detect roll, which is joy, if you even can.
No, I can't.
Well, you could roll and see if you get a 6 and get that mood marker. There's no penalty for failure. The mood marker won't apply to the 6, but you could possibly get it.
Nope.
All right.
Hey, if something happens, if I'm sleeping, does my hide work?
Yeah, your wards work. I'll let you know. I've got your wards written down.
Okay.
Including the triggers, because I'll know when the triggers for a bird or something evil comes by. Like, all of a sudden, I'll just go, hey, Big Sly, make a jolt roll. Hey, Big Sly, your ward triggers. Chan, make a jolt roll. All of a sudden, he's just, like, off to one side, like, whoa! Alright, so, Hans, everything looks fine. It's a lot of dirt. You want to be at the capital where all the big names, the Queen and all that, not in the dirt. And
I don't want to be wandering around this nonsense.
So your watch ends, you wake up Animu. Animu again, you can clearly see Wibsy, who is now sleeping, shivering, muttering under her breath, I am the Rock. And Big Sly lets out some gas.
Oh!
Man, I'm in that nectar sometimes,
Alright, make a detect roll. And remember, if you want to see somebody who's trying to sneak, you will need more hits than one if they have more stealth hits.
I was thinking, and I don't get any of, or the markers went away, yeah?
No, actually, you rolled that 6, so you have one, put one joy marker, actually.
6 and a 1, so I have 2 markers.
Oh, that's right, because you get the 2, yeah, so put the 2 there. We'll say traveling is a scene until you get to the mushrooms. Holy crap!
2 more.
No!
So he can only hold 3, so he gets to 3.
2 dice.
You just like scamper up on top of one of the larger flowers that are sitting there, because I mean some of these are huge to you, and you're just like, bird.
I am hot.
And Hans, you see him just go whoop, as you're falling asleep.
Calm
Nice, hey, this
down,
night.
you try hard.
Jesus Christ. So that's, you held to 2 dice, correct? So, okay, so that's 3 successes. Okay. Yeah, you're fairly certain there ain't shit sneaking up. You see a couple of like deer and stuff, which for you are like titans. There! But they're way off. Like, they look normal sized to what we would see, but to you, but that means they're just fucking way the hell over there. It's like, oh, those are pretty. Morning comes, everyone wakes up. Big Sly, you discover that your face has been face down in dirt. And your hair is a little messed up. Whoopsie! Your tick actually wakes you up. You hear, just wake up. It's morning time.
I want something even funnier. Once it like gets to morning, just like be sitting there staring.
I imagine who are you going to be staring at, Hans? Because he's slowly waking up. Hans, you wake up to that. Just the flails, the angry flails.
I'm just so excited. Can I get an adventure?
Calm down. Haven't even had any nectar yet.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, the sun's coming up. You guys are waking up. You're gonna, I assume, just kind of eat and get going.
Obviously.
Alright, so it looks like it'll take you about, like, hour or 2 to make it down to the... You're, like, on top of the hill. You can see down. You can see where the spring is. And you can see out at the distance, and you figure you'll make it there just before sunset. You see a large rock with a hole in it. And that's the mushroom cave that everyone kind of goes to. So it's pretty clear the direction you're going.
I think this is the cave where Animu tends to eat things.
Alright, so you guys gonna just head over to the spring and then the cave?
Yep.
Alright. So when you guys make it to the spring, it's been about 2 hours. You ate and had your nectar and everything. And you get to the spring, it's very clean. And when you get there, there is a beetle the size of you. And a smaller beetle. Clearly his kid. And the beetle...
Don't talk to him and his son ever again.
Well, he hasn't gotten there yet. The beetle just sort of looks at you four and go, "What do you want here?"
Water.
Hey,
Could you move your fat ass out of the way?
How rude.
now be nice.
These hamsters aren't very rude. Come along, son. And it turns and it farts in your face, Hans. It was a dung beetle. You didn't know. It goes and picks up a piece of shit and starts rolling it. Its little kid on top just going like...
I am very tempted to flame bolt. Damn.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna let it get a distance off, and then I'm gonna flame bolt the kid.
Oh my god, really? Okay.
If you're,
No, I'm gonna say no. No.
if it's I want to like almost smack his hand down. The dagger, because I'm sure he's raising it.
Yeah, he would be raising it. So let's see. He's making an anger roll. Make a joy roll. If you can beat his 17, you'll stop him.
I don't have the mood markers anymore, right?
No, this is still part of the traveling, so you do. You have 3 mood markers. What the hell?
No, this is not how heroes act.
You go to fireball and he smacks your hand down and just shoots right into the ground.
Now the grass is on fire. Are you happy?
No, you're near enough to the edge. It's mud. Kind of made a little splatter, kind of a poof.
So I made clay.
Yeah, you got like a little. Ripsy's probably freaked out right now, like, what the hell, man?
No. Bad idea.
At this point, they're
We got to stick to the plan. Plan is first the red toadstool, then the 8 mandrake root, then the water, then the golden acorn. We mustn't deviate from the plan.
You said
The
that
longer-
I think Whipsy's
the more we
actually
deviate,
like, less
the
crazy
longer
than
we
both
stay
of
out
you
here.
guys.
Oh my god. I did not expect him to beat the 17. That's pretty funny. I was, no.
Did you say I get
No.
something on a 6?
Yeah, you actually have an anger mood marker right now.
And what do those do?
If you make rolls
+1 to your rolls.
with anger, you'll get +1 for each marker.
Okay.
You actually go into your sheet where it says like anger mood, you can put a 1 there. It's also -1 to anything that anger opposes.
So you can
that's-
buy dice with it.
And you can buy
Fear.
dice with it. So like if you wanted to, you could actually get up to 5d6 for a roll. And then you could like hold
Cool.
3 of them and get like 4 hits. So if you really want to put the hurt on something.
Cool.
But that's only going to last till you get to the mushroom cave and then they'll reset. Because that'll be long enough distance. So Whipsy, are you going to fill your bottles?
Sure am.
Alright, is anyone...
Is it all 3 of them, or is it like 2 of them is for the mushroom and the shit?
Oh no, they expect you to just put the mushrooms in the pack.
Okay.
Liquid mushrooms, no thanks.
Mushrooms in a bottle? What?
In a bottle.
Alright,
No.
so Whipsy fills up the... Are you guys going to take like any bath? You going to get cleaned up in here? It's a fairly large pool, actually, so... It's lots
Well, I'm gonna drink some, but I'm not gonna take a bath.
Whipsy doesn't trust you.
No, I need to have the smell of earth around me, so that way when I hide, I become one with the earth.
So
I am
just
the
so we're
rock.
clear, people, we have Hans,
I am the rock. I am the rock.
We have Hans, the prissy socialite wizard. Whipsy, the filthy dirt witch.
Whoopsie.
Animu, the hyperactive child, and Big Sly, the gangsta dad.
The gangster wannabe, that's what it is.
Yeah, he really is the wannabe because there is no such thing for these people.
Is there any sand around?
I'm part of the Michtim Mafia.
The mafia's gonna be big.
Hey, maybe you'll start one and then you can slowly take over.
Is there any
Bada
sand
bing.
laying near the...
There is some. So, like, right up against the water and probably about maybe... For you guys, you'd call them feet, but they're, like, really, like millimeters. But for, like, a foot out, it's mud, and then it kind of gets a little... And then it gets to dirt and, like, sand.
As someone who has owned hamsters, hamsters bathe in sand, not water. So, of course, Hans is over there just... And then shakes himself off.
Man, you even prissy when you clean, ain't you?
It takes a lot of work to be as beautiful as me.
See, I see Big Sly and Hans being the two guys and be like, look at that fucking joking. And they, like, just, like, sit there insulting people randomly.
Tell you what, I'm gonna take a drink before he goes clean his nasty butt in there. And then I'm gonna go take one.
It was the sand, not the water. Thank you.
Sand.
You want to drink
Had
some
to
sand?
get to. No, I'm good. I'm good. But
Remember,
I ain't bathing in no filthy sand.
remember he also got farted on too, so...
That's what them.
Well, there's two schools of thought for Michtim bathing. There's the water method and there's the sand method. Most of
Sand is for them dirty fucking rats down the road. You know what I'm saying? Us made Michtim, we're using the water,
And is Animu just, like, doing laps?
and I'm just slicking it back.
Drink a little bit of water, and I'm just waiting for everybody to be done.
Alright, once everyone gets done, you guys, takes you a couple of more... It takes you about 6 hours now. So you're getting to the cave just as the sun's starting to go down. And the opening to the cave is big. Because it's like a crack in the rock. Like this rock's probably, in human terms, probably a good 50, 60 feet high.
Any trees with the mandrake roots on the way, correct?
You know what? Make a detect roll. A joy. It'd be joy. Anyone else want to try detect?
Sure,
I'll try.
And 2 dice.
With my one die,
Sure.
sure.
Okay, you're holding 2 dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe I'll get a marker. Maybe
Wait,
not.
when I hold one die earlier, am I still holding that, or do I give that back
You take it back. You only hold it for the one roll.
for that one roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Which one is that again?
Look at make sure your currents match your max, and this one is a joy roll. Okay, you beat a 7 easily, Mr. Animu. Oh, and Whipsy beat a 7. Okay. So
Nice.
you held 2
marker.
hits, so you held 2, so you got 3 hits. You actually find enough mandrake near an oak tree to get about 3 of your 8 pieces. And while you're looking there, Whipsy kind of zips around to the other side and finds another mandrake and gets another piece out of it. So you've gotten half.
Okay.
Okay, I'm keeping track of it.
Yeah, so you're at 4 out of 8 on your mandrake. By the way, mandrake smells kind of funny. Not bad, just weird. Hans, you're used to it. He uses it a lot. Sometimes when he burns it, the smell doesn't get out of your fur for days.
He probably still smells like mandrake root.
Yeah, you're probably just like, I don't smell anything. Because you literally just smell of it, so you're just like, whatever.
Do I smell it on top of what I'm smelling myself? My own butt, my own BO?
No, actually, you don't. You're just like, I
See,
don't
there
smell
you go!
anything.
There's another plus to it!
Yeah, it also fucks up your sense of smell for smelling predators.
Ah, shit.
That's why your detect's not so high. You're not really good at the whole detecting people. Alright. So you guys find the mandrake. It takes maybe 5 minutes, so you still get to the cave. And it's a dark hole down. We'll just say hamsters can see in the dark, because I have no idea if they can or can't.
I was gonna ask you if I could light a torch, just some kind of like, just light a stick on fire.
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
That's worst case scenario, but I could swear that they can.
So they had like black and white night vision, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so we'll just say they do, because there's no actual like torches in the book, so I figure they're not necessary. All right, so you guys just gonna tromp on in? You gonna look around?
Sure.
All right. So you guys start going in, and so it is black and white. You run into a problem. There's a lot of mushrooms. They don't look all alike. Some of them are fuzzy. Some of them look like they're two-toned. But it's black and white.
Given that I use these in my training, would I be able to discern them by, like, feel?
Yes. Oh, by the way, Whipsy, your ward triggers. Make a hide roll.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see what Whipsy gets for their hide. Are you gonna hold any dice, or are you just gonna roll it straight?
The last time I hold a dice, I didn't even... You know what? I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna hold one, just in case.
So just hold it just for the roll, then you put it right back. That's a success.
Yay!
Alright, well go ahead and fix it.
So I get 2 successes,
You
right?
get 2 successes.
Yay!
Even with your -1, because look, you do have a mood marker from earlier that's against fear. So that's pretty funny. You got. By the way, it's not that she like hides behind something. She legitimately disappears. Her ward makes her invisible. You guys see her disappear.
Do I know that I disappeared?
Yeah, you know that. Well, you know exactly what your ward just did, because you felt the magic pop.
No, I hear it in my mind. the Pokemon thing.
Now, she had warned you guys that if that happened, that meant there was a threat nearby. So, you guys gonna start looking around?
Yeah.
Detect rolls for those of you looking around. You can make one as well, Whipsy, if you choose.
That's holding 2 dice again.
Joy. Okay, well, yeah, you're gonna clearly fucking see it.
Okay, I want to use my joy
mood marker
token, my mood marker as a die.
Yep. So just remove the marker.
Then
you could hold that die to get 2 successes and just roll your regular joy if you want.
Okay, I'll do that then.
All right.
Yes!
And she gets her joy marker back! She can't get rid of it!
But that means I get 2!
Well, you spent 1. So it's gone.
No, remember, no, I meant I get 2
you get 2
successes, right?
Okay, so Animu and the invisible Whipsy will see it. There's a big black snake.
Oh no! Oh no!
Of us.
Yep, and it's just looking at you. It's sitting on top of some mushrooms, like wrapped around some of the larger ones above you. Sly and Hans, you just start hearing.
Yeah, I literally like put my paws on their chins and like, so that it's just kind of like, because they seem to be looking left to right, just kind of.
What the fuck is that?
It's big is what it is!
What the fuck are you?
Right.
I'm
Why
gonna
you
make them
scaring people like that? Fuck, man.
You don't look like people. You look like lunch.
I wouldn't
Surely
suggest
tell you
that.
that we are not lunch.
I might give you heartburn.
and it kind of like leans its head down. It's big enough to swallow one of you whole. This thing is huge.
I remember your threat earlier.
I actually had already written this when I made the threat, so I was like, "There's gonna be a snake." Whipsy, you actually can detect under its voice that it sounds almost a little sad. Like it didn't expect people to show up. Well, people. But you're of course hidden. It doesn't see you.
Wait, I have a question. Is this cave huge?
So right now you're still kind of in the opening. It's kind of expands behind it. It was chilling on a ledge.
No, because we're the size of hamsters,
Yeah,
right?
so to you, it's like a it probably right now it's probably about 15 feet high where you are, and probably about 10 feet wide. For
So
someone
what's-
like me or you would be like we could put our fist in it.
Ah, okay. Well, I don't want to put my fist in it.
So this snake, like if you're looking at this from the perspective of a human, it's a baby. It's not big.
Oh.
It's huge.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a common like garter snake, just a black snake.
Well, unfortunately, even though I detect a hint of sadness in his voice, I am hiding. I am scared, and I'm not talking shit. I'm just trembling in my invisibility.
It's like, well, if you're not lunch, what are you here for? I thought I was safe.
Mushrooms.
Look, man, we're Michtims, and you don't want to fuck with us, guy. Okay? We're gonna take the skin off you. We're gonna wear this armor. I'm gonna pull your tongue out. Where's a fucking tie? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm using horrid drama on it.
That's the one that it's what emotion for you to create what emotion?
I use fear to put grief markers on it. Oh, and I got a fear one too.
That's a success, and you get a fear marker.
Yep.
So it starts kind of like leaning back, like that's why. No, I was trying to hide in here. There were big things with big boots making lots of noise outside earlier.
Alright, man, look, we're just here for the toadstools. All we want. You back up to the back of the cave. We won't bother you. You don't bother us. We'll be kosher, you know what I'm saying?
But do you think I could eat the mushrooms? I'm hungry.
Sure you could.
I don't really know. I don't know anything about your physiology.
Shut up, man. Some of these are poisonous, so take care of this problem right away. We ain't gotta worry about it anymore, you know what I'm saying?
He's right. Shh.
God.
How heroes act.
Who made us a hero? I ain't a hero.
I'm never claimed to be
We're
here.
going on an adventure!
Look, dude, I'm just doing a job. That's it.
I am only doing what my master ordered.
And Whipsy is quiet and stealthy.
Whipsy knows that even if I'm nice to this snake right now, the next time I see it, it may not be nice again. I'm not taking that chance.
So the large snake just goes, I'll go to the back of the cave, just don't skin me. And it kind of slithers off. And, I mean, the cave is deep, so it's just off it goes. And after a couple of minutes, you guys don't hear it anymore.
That's like slap Animu in the chest. See what I'm saying, man? You roll with me and my crew, we're gonna go places.
Do I come out?
I worry about the places that I'd go with you.
And I'm gonna hex myself
I don't
again.
fix your problems, though.
It's gonna be the same
Hans
hex
is
I'm
ignoring
using, so
them and
it
looking through the
refreshes it.
mushrooms.
Okay. Alright, so Hans, let me think. So you are going to be able to do a, we'll say a detect roll, but use either joy or fear. Your choice.
Put points in either one.
This is how you can figure out what the mushrooms are.
Wait, I can use detect, right?
You can.
Because I have an extra joy that I just got again.
You could also, because you're into like the same kind of things he is, only in a different way, you can use fear or joy to figure out which mushroom is the correct one. And the reason I'm allowing that is it's joy for detecting and finding it, fear to make sure that you don't find the wrong one.
So I roll a joy and fear?
Either or, whichever one you want.
Mm.
Well, Fox, you pick up a mushroom and you're like, I think this is it, and you kind of squeeze it and stuff, and then you sniff it and it is foul. And you are like, nope, that's not the right one!
Wrong one, wrong one.
I'm gonna take the joy marker, the mood marker I have, turn it into a die, and basically hold it to the side and roll this too.
Okay. She really wants to get rid of that joy marker. That's a success!
Yay! So two
successes, yeah! So, right next to Hans, as Hans is like picking at it and going, this is not the right one, oh god, why? You pull up and go, this one!
This is the toadstool that we need. Find it.
And after you kind of examine it, Hans, you realize that, yeah, that is the right one, and you really probably should have paid better attention when he was teaching you mushrooms. Mushroomology.
Probably.
Hey, Animal, you tweaker. Can you, like, run around and get some more of these?
I'm not a tweaker. Yes. I don't think I'm a tweaker.
You're a tweaker, man. Trust me.
Hans,
I'll help
okay.
Animal look just in case, just to make sure like it's the right one too.
It'll take a bit of time, but you guys do eventually find enough of the pieces that you need, which are like the bits underneath, to get 10 pieces of mushroom, fairly large ones.
Hans is gonna wipe his hands on Anamu.
Anamu's pretty broad, so I mean...
Just like when he's not looking, just...
Just wipe it. Just pretend to be patting it. Hey there, friend. Alright, so I'm gonna
Hi, how are you?
in my pack.
Alright. You've successfully found the mushrooms. And, and you dealt with the snake without having it fight you.
Yay!
That's right, that's right. You used your head. Alright, so now you guys need to roughly head northwest from where you are to get to the grove.
Well, we still need 4 more mandrake.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do detect rolls on the way to find them.
Okay.
Basically, each hit will get you 1 piece, so you need 4 more hits total, and it'll take you about 3 days. After tonight, the other 3's wards are going to wear off.
Okay, so before we sleep, then I'm gonna rehex everyone, but I'm gonna again give you your choice of which hexes you want in case you want to change it.
You know, it was kind of cool the way you just disappeared. Think you could do that for me next time?
I sure can. It's the best thing ever. Hide, safety in numbers.
Yeah. Keep your voice down about it, okay? I mean, I don't want them to think. Me and you, we got a good thing going. We know what we're doing. These two jokers, they're fucking crazy. That's all there is to it. They're crazy.
Oh, there's no shame in hiding blood. It's in our blood.
Yeah. It's cool. Can we just go on with this hex, okay? Is that cool? Okay, good.
Yes.
I got your back, Websy. When I'm a maid, Michtim, I'm taking you with me. All the way up.
Oh my god. Animal, you can hear it, but you have no idea what the fuck they're going on about at this point.
So Hans and Animal, are you guys
What's going
changing your
on?
hex? Or are you keeping yours?
Yeah, I'll keep my pink paint.
Alright, and Animu, are you going to keep your cure hex?
That's really the only thing I'm.
That makes sense for
Yes, I actually, I don't even know why I want him to change it. Because it's the only way that can heal him.
you. Yeah,
I
really.
keep forgetting. I keep
I
forgetting
do
about
have
that.
Huh?
I'm the Josuke of Michtim.
Well, you can heal at range, Hans, but you have 1 point in love, so you actually can't make the roll.
Yeah.
Hans is like, I vaguely like you. I don't fucking know. This is not my thing. It's green. I don't like this color. Why is your fur green? We're just not discussing this right now.
So the hex for since he's gonna have the hide one is gonna last longer.
Yeah, 3 days.
3 days.
I literally
and then,
just
okay.
wrote same as Jan.
Okay, so I'm gonna hex everyone again, and then just like on the sly, but then change the hex. I know it's a stupid pun.
That's the best.
Change the hex on Big Sly.
Hi.
Alright, so
Yo, go.
Big Sly gets the new hex. Everyone's. So are you guys gonna do watches, hiding in the thing? As you guys, because are you guys gonna sleep outside the cave without the snake?
Yeah, I'm not. I would vote if anyone's trying to make a vote. I will vote to not hide in the snake in the cave.
I vote not to hide in the snake either.
Alright. When
I
you guys
mean,
get
they could
outside,
skin it
it
first.
took probably about 15 minutes to get all the mushrooms together, so it's starting to get dark outside, but you could probably get far enough away from the cave that you might feel safe.
Well, this critter said something about some big footsteps or something outside, so
I don't know if it's any important, but I think the snake was sad. It doesn't matter because we need to make sure we live.
Oh yeah, he was sad because he's hungry.
he's sad because I fucked him up mentally.
Well, he was more sad after that.
Yeah, I think he was sad before that though.
I knew that would happen. I was just like, I'm gonna make this sad, lonely snake, and then he's just gonna get verbally reamed.
Yeah, that or he's gonna get his ass set on fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't worry, he's gonna go big and ready to eat us anyway.
If he survives, he might try eating the mushrooms. He doesn't know. He's a baby. By the way, while you guys are walking away, you do come across a huge ass footprint. It's clearly a huge, like, Big Sly, you in Animu, you guys have seen humans. You've kind of hung around them. You recognize this as the kind of thing they leave when they're wandering around.
It's one of them big furless things.
It is. Hopefully they're gone. From a distance. But... oh well.
I don't know if they eat things like us, but
What they eat? They always seem to be eating some weird, like... it's in a bowl.
you mean pasta?
Oh, what if they find us and then they take us and then they eat us?
Looking things.
I don't know. They're always eating stuff with red shit on it. I don't know.
Stand them at all.
Anyway, we digress from the point here. We need to like get off the little path and make sure that we're not in sight, just in case.
Probably a good idea.
Of course, it's a good idea, man. Who are you talking to? It's Big Sly. I got all the best ideas.
Alright.
What about the one where you decided we should sell bread to the Beatles?
Hey, I didn't say nothing about selling no bread to no Beatles.
No, he's referring to an older con that you tried.
Look, man, Beatles had some good shit. All right. You could have pushed it and made a lot of nectar, man. I mean, a lot of nectar. It ain't my fault you had to come there and be your geeky ass self and screw it up.
I think we should stop fighting and less fighting and more hiding. It's getting dark.
It is.
And I don't want the big
dark.
footprints.
I'm just
You
like
want me to go to sleep. I'll keep
tapping this
watching.
dagger against my side because I'm getting a little angry.
Let's hide. I don't want the Bigfoots. The Bigfoots around.
All right, come on, you scrubs. Let's get off this place.
Alright, so it takes about half an hour to get away from the very large, evident footprints. And you guys find some outdoor mushrooms for cover. These are just like the standard toadstools, nothing weird or fancy. But they're very, like, broad. So you can easily sit on top or be underneath. And I think I heard Hans say he's going to try to take first watch. Try being the operative word.
Yeah.
Alright, so Big Sly and Whipsy, are you guys going to do the hide thing again for sleeping?
Hell yeah.
Make me these hide rolls. Let's see how this goes.
I call it covert action.
Alright.
Okay? And I'm going to hold a die on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold a die too.
2 successes.
Shit.
Okay, so this time, and you get a fear marker, Big Sly.
Alrighty.
So you should have 1, because the snake thing
Yeah.
was a scene that's over.
Yeah, took it off her.
Whipsy, you again think you're the Rock.
I'm the Rock. I'm the Rock. And I'm just trembling underneath the fucking earth.
Big Sly, however, this time gets between like a stone and the mushroom, like a little crevice, and he kind of just burrows in, and he's gone. Like, you all saw where he went, but now you can't see him there unless you like go like specifically looking down in it. Oh,
I'm like putting the
Fox, you
dirt
alright?
on my cheeks.
If you need to take a break and go do something, do it, dude.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
My son just decided to come in and scare me.
I was gonna say, we've seen Saevrick's son. I was gonna be like, what, we're gonna see yours now? Just him pop up? Be like, we'll teach you the ways of D&D, child.
You shall be taught the land of Michtim.
I was very proud. He picked this up today and was reading it.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, boy!
I showed his mother. She wasn't happy.
Yeah, she can get bent.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so Hans,
Joy roll.
How about that detect roll, bro? Let's see what you do. Let's see that.
Nope, another 4.
God.
No.
You are too busy staring at the hole to make sure the snake does not come out.
I think I'm going to start rolling these. These might be nicer to me than roll 20.
So your night passes uneventfully. You wake up Animu. All right, Animu.
The joy markers are gone, yeah?
At this point, yes.
Die.
All right. Well, you clearly make it. You scamper on top of the mushroom and just kind of hang out up there, like a meerkat, just a goddamn meerkat. Just.
Goddamn prairie dog, ain't he?
He really is. All right. And nothing eventful happens. You guys wake up. Big Sly slides right back out of his little hidey hole. Whipsy stops pretending to be a rock in her sleep. All right, you guys gonna start heading out? I'm assuming. So it's gonna be about 3.5 days from here to get to where they told you this, like, grove is, where the acorn. So to speed things up, what we're gonna do is there's nothing major gonna happen in the evenings.
I'll go ahead and let your nothing major happen. I will be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. However, if you want to find the mandrake roots on the way, make detect rolls.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember, for every success, you're going to get 1 piece. So you're holding 1 there again? Or did you...
Holding 1. Sorry. Holding 1.
Okay,
I don't have any more. I already spent my token.
Okay, well, he was holding 1, so... he finds 2, you find 1, so you need 1 more piece. And that was 1 day right there.
I can't roll above a 7 or 6, so I'm not bothering.
Yeah, fair. Alright, so you guys go to sleep, you wait, you wake up, you keep on trucking.
Next day, searching for the last piece.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, yes! He's like, find it! Alright. Whipsy, right before... so we're at day 3, there... both Animu and Han's wards wear off, and you know that your ward and Sly's ward are going to wear off by the time you get to the grove. So do you want to just wait until right before the grove and give everyone their wards back?
Of course. That's not even a. That's not even a question. Just tell me whose ward is coming out, and we're gonna be applying it. Patel.
Immediately.
Whipsy is not taking any chances.
Alright, so you guys get to what would be the grove, and you can feel it. There's power here. It's pulsing. But there's a slight problem. Between you and where the power's coming from is a wall of thorny brambles. And it's thick, you can't see through it. Like, you can see that you could probably start working your way through it, but it is basically like a natural barrier.
Did we want to start going in?
It's about midday right now, when you got here. And Whipsy just finished applying your wards. Let's wait for Fox to get back, and you can let him know I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
Okay.
As well.
So it's like, wait, just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, basically...
Everybody left me to entertain everybody.
Thorn vines, but they're dense.
On the one where for the acorn?
Yeah, it's like blocking your way in.
I hope everybody's having fun so far. We're having a blast. Michtim's been pretty interesting, pretty fun.
Yeah, actually.
Hey, nice change for a pace, you know?
Like, I'm getting the hang out of the holding a die and rolling stuff. I just gotta make sure I don't roll shit.
Yeah, it seems like every check I've had to do, I've only had 1 point in, so like I don't even bother. Joy is not part of my spirit.
Yeah, I forgot that I gotta make sure I get at least 2 points on each emotion, so I can give everyone the hex that they want.
Yeah, it's kind of necessary for yours, isn't it?
I wonder though if we played this. Well, I don't know how long Clay's gonna play this along.
I'm not sure either.
Because if he will, now
What?
If I want to be
If he will, what?
the second calling, if I want to be an artist or an adventurer.
sure. Because the artist, if I become an artist, I can paint shit in the air.
The way you're going, you're going to finish this one
Nice.
tonight. But that depends on what's about to happen.
Well, how do you
Some synergy.
We're probably not going to keep
Synergy!
We're just playing for this adventure.
So it's like Final Fantasy with like job class systems.
All right. All right, Fox. Did they fill you in?
No.
He just got back. You guys.
Okay. So you guys made it. You can feel power pouring out of something. You're pretty sure it's probably the acorn, because it feels very like life-giving. The only problem is there is a wall of thorny brambles right in front of you. And
Oh, well, I know how to solve that.
it's thick and dense. And, I mean, like, it's thick enough that you can't see through it.
Hmm.
Yes, I see his inquisitive thing. Get down!
I mean, you're welcome to try.
It. Duh.
Kill it with fire.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hold 2 just to see what happens.
all right. You're gonna try
You
to
take it off the current, right?
Huh?
You
Yeah,
take off the
it
current?
current, yeah. Your max shows what your base stat.
Mhm.
So you go to fire a firebolt. It hits and it kind of smolders and then it stops. These things are green. They're not gonna burn. And like you guys noticed that, like you know enough about like burning wood and stuff that it's too green. It's too alive. Too full of water, essentially. Now you guys do see.
Well, how about we try wiggling through?
It does look like you can wiggle through with some difficulty.
That sounds very painful. Can I try
Well,
to
we
cut
have
it?
daggers.
Fine.
Yeah, you can try to cut it.
Alright, I'm gonna hold 2 dice.
All right.
Oops, I forgot to hold it, but well, the first 2 would be 10, I guess. But
An anger roll for the dagger?
Yeah, it's basically you'd still be making like an attack action, so.
let me try that.
Yay!
All right. Well, Hans gets a hit.
Why is it still rolling 4 when I put 2
Did you put 2 in
Is it in current or?
in current?
Let me see. Because it's working for everybody else. Let me go look.
Curse you, macro.
So I got 1 hit, but can I go ahead and take another swing and use my my mood marker to add it to it and do it again?
Yeah. Worked for me. I think it's
17.
just bugging out for you. Well, I mean, you still beat a 7, so that's all you have to do. You're getting a little headway in there. It's gonna take a while to cut through this.
I'm just gonna try
Wiggling.
There, it finally worked for me.
There you go.
get through. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I held 2, that'd be 3 successes.
Ooh!
Jesus.
Got my mood
Okay.
marker back too.
So well, you rolled 5, not 4. You so goofed up.
Actually, it'd be 4 hits because of the dagger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So yes, Big Sly, you start cutting through. Whipsy, what are you doing while you watch as Animu starts to crawl into this, and then Hans and Big Sly are hacking their way through it? Animu, make a jolt roll.
Okay. I am gonna hold 2.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, you start wiggling in, and you get nailed by a thorn. Take a wound.
Oh, would that trigger it?
Goes through.
That would trigger his cure. So Jan, feel free to roll a love roll because he took a point of damage. And she gets a hit, so you immediately feel the thorn like scrape, and then her ward triggers, and it just fixes it right back.
Hey, you're not supposed to use that yet. And I go rush to him. I can't?
He's inside the wall now.
No!
Yeah, by the way, you did get in the wall. And by the way, Big Sly and Hans, you saw him go in, and you hear him go, ouch! And then, oh, that felt good.
Idiot.
I'm gonna stay behind them.
Idiots is the people who are taking 5 years
still.
to hack through it.
Stay still so I can put another one on you.
Alright, Animu, if you want to go deeper, it's another jolt roll.
How far away is he from us now?
I will hold
He's
2.
pretty well in there. You two have
I'm
kind
gonna
of
earth and shield him then.
Let's see, I can't jolt, so... No, but if you tried to get in there, we would actually be using your fear. Sly.
Actually,
Fear of
if
being stabbed.
if I want, I can jolt them. Right? I can change the hex.
You would have to remove and then add, yes. But then that would only work for 1 jolt. But they would could use fear to get in as well because they'd be afraid of stabbing. You make it in a bit more. You can start to see the other side. Hans, you can't see him to shield.
That was 3 successes, by the way.
Oh well, you pop out the other side.
Well, I will shield Big Sly then.
All right. Yeah, Big Sly. If you want to try, you could also use a fear in place of joy for your jolt because you're afraid of getting stabbed.
Let me try to hold one.
So your earth and shielding is it mimics.
Yeah, it's like a counterattack thing. So it's, oh no, it's a shield, but I can use weep to counterattack.
Okay, so you countered the damage. Well, you're gonna want to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he starts to crawl in and he gets in there. By the way, we'll get to you in a minute, Animu, because you're not going to be happy.
I'm sure.
By the way, Animu, go ahead and make a detect roll. By the way.
Holding 2.
Yeah. One day we'll play a low roll wins. Okay, Animu, you'll see it. You'll see it.
Yes.
Okay, so Hans did his Earth Shield, which covered the damage that the Thorn would have dealt. But now you're stuck in the Thorns, Big Sly. So,
yes.
Fear roll to get through. Hans, same thing. Joy or fear. Or just be willing to get hurt.
Chicken kick or death.
Wait, what?
So what do I see?
They're not
I
hacking
held one, by
through
the
it?
way.
Huh?
They're not hacking through it? I was following them!
Well,
I'm gonna
Hans
keep
might
hacking
still
through
be
it.
hacking through it.
Yeah, I'll
held,
keep hacking through.
I held one, got 2 successes and a token.
Alright, so mark your token. One more success and you'll be through.
Let me go ahead and spend that. I'll just go ahead and roll an extra die.
Alright. Hans, you are now probably about a third of the way through this. You're
Alright,
getting
well,
through
I'm gonna use my anger marker, and I'm gonna hold it. So I'm gonna roll 4, but hold 1 back.
Okay. Big Sly, you make it through. And if you like, make a detect roll, as Animu is going to have a wide-eyed expression, I'm sure. Okay, Hans, you're about halfway through with Whipsy behind you. By the way, Animu, as Big Sly pops up next to you,
A joy token.
you see an owl coming right at you. Claws outstretched.
Oh no!
By the way, Big Sly, that is a means harm. So, Whipsy, your ward on him triggers. Roll for a hide. So, Animu, you see Big Sly pop out. You're like, and then Big Sly vanishes. With only and Whipsy, you get a fear token because you got a 6.
Oh, I sure did.
Yeah. By the way, Animu, you're gonna shout anything as this owl is barreling towards you.
Oh wait, don't I get another a joy one earlier?
If you
Because I got a 6. I saw it.
where was that?
No, it's not a joy. It's a love.
Yes, for the love one, you did get one. So Hans, if you get 2 more successes, you'll make it through. Big Sly, You clearly see the owl at this point because it's flying, dive bombing right at Animu. Animu, what are you gonna do?
Can I jolt to just try to like?
You know you can weep. You can try weeping
Well,
at it.
that would be actually a terrible idea.
He is not a sad person.
That's true.
All right, make a jolt roll.
I'm holding 2.
All right.
So
Yay! Ooh, you get a 6.
I already have max.
Yeah, he's at max. So that's that is 3 successes. You jolt essentially up to 3 distances in the direction. So it's about medium range right now. It was about to get to you.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to, if I can, try to wait until just about the last second and like dive bomb into the thorny bramble.
Sure.
That bombs into it.
You can. So which direction are you jumping? Are you trying to?
I would assume.
It's like left or right.
I would assume towards the wall.
Well, you can. You're in an opening now. You're in a clearing. This thing was coming at you from in front of you.
Hey, how far away from the wall am I?
You're probably like 3 feet away from the wall.
Far.
Huh?
I popped out far.
Well, no, you popped out and started walking forward, and then went whoop. Like you were walking forward and looking around. It's like whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna start jolting towards closest.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna jump, are you trying to jump back in the brambles?
Like, follow me and then get it to dive bomb into the brambles. Yeah.
All right. So you jump back into the brambles. Big Sly, you see this whole thing coming down. You jump back into the brambles, and this motherfucker stops. Like, you see, like, it just opens its wings and stops. Hack, go ahead and roll your anger again. Or wait, was that 17? Oh,
Damn.
okay, so Whipsy, you felt, by the way, you felt your ward break over Big Sly. So you know something's about to come down. By the way, Hans, you break through right next to Animu?
Okay, I'm gonna before he breaks that, I would have told Hans that shit's happening because I just felt Sly's ward activate. So to basically prepare himself once he breaks through here.
Yeah, so Hans, as you break through, you break through right next to where Animu's like little face pops out of the brambles.
He's gonna eat me!
By the way, Whipsy, you may now break your ward. Because when he breaks the wall, you are now in imminent danger.
Oh, so I hide again.
Yes, make your hide. Oh, by the way, Sly, when this thing stopped, it went straight up.
Ooh.
I'm playing like the rabbit now.
Okay, Whipsy, you barely fucking make it, but Whipsy's like hidden.
I can't see it.
High enough up that I can shoot it with a fireball.
Well, you haven't seen it yet. When you break open, you don't see it. So all you got was you broke through, and as you're breaking the opening, Animu's face popped up from the wall, going like,
Ah! She's gonna eat me.
There's a really big bird!
Where?
All right.
Look up.
So you walk out, Hans, and you don't see anything. Sly, you see this thing. It's fucking up in the air. And you got a good look at it, Sly. It's not a massive owl, but like if you guys are like 3 feet tall, this thing's probably about 15.
That's pretty fucking big.
It is
pretty big
massive.
owl.
Like it could grab one of you in its talons, but you could get to like its legs and underbelly if you have to stick it. Hans, after about a couple seconds, you look up to see this motherfucker dive bombing you.
Okay. I will go ahead and burn my 2 moods. Wait, I got one more when I did that last attack roll. So I had
Wait,
3.
won't the trigger like hurt him? Hurt the owl?
The owl has to inflict the damage to him.
Oh, is that
How
what
does
it
that
You
work?
is?
said it when
So-
when you said it when it gets within close range, which it's not, because he can shoot it.
That's true.
Yeah.
So for every die I set aside, I can cover 1 meter or 1 yard distance between myself and the target.
Well, we're
For
just
focus, I
increasing
spend an
the
action every
distance.
round to add 1d6 to a roll.
Let me look.
This is... I was trying to figure out how my focus works. Does that mean I have to, like, hold off?
I don't even know.
I think you're basically yeah, you're focusing to constantly like charge up. So basically, if you focused anger for 4 rounds, you could add 4d6 to the thing. Basically, you're Kamehamehaing. Ah!
But it's dive bombing me,
Yeah.
so I have to attack the damn thing. Alright,
Yeah, so if you set aside 1 die, you'll be able to hit the thing. Because I'm not using exact measurements, so when it basically will get to medium range. But that's also
okay.
still a held die, so it's still increasing your
Okay.
hit count. And you have the dagger,
well,
which is another hit.
Okay. Well, I will... Do I add that to my anger when I use the dagger as my focus, or do I just...
You just roll, and if you get a success, you get an extra 1 for the dagger.
Okay.
It's like
Well,
the dagger's like holding a die when you're not holding a die.
Okay. Well, I will hold a die and use my dagger as my focus and fireball this thing.
Okay.
I rolled poorly this time.
Yeah, you still got over a 7 though.
You still succeeded.
Yeah, so you deal 3 wounds to this thing. You get it. It is pissed. And now it lands in front of you.
Well, fuck you, buddy.
And now we get to go to initiative.
Oh boy.
How do we roll initiative?
Okay.
Does this still not trigger the ward?
It is
Since
now
this is
in
fun.
close range, so yes, it will trigger it.
So do I do that first before the initiative?
Yeah, you just roll anger.
Yay!
Hatred.
Alright, so that was 4 total wounds on this thing. It is, you, Hans, see the ward snap and like a lightning bolt fire out and smack it. It
Jesus.
screams. By the way, Sly, since it's distracted, you can see the Golden Acorn in the
Ooh.
center of this grove.
This fucking bird looks pretty hurt, eh?
It looks hurt, but not, like, it wouldn't be bloodied if this was the 4th ed.
So,
Alright, initiative. You're going to roll joy. And
you don't
it's
hold
just-
anything, I assume.
Nope, you can't
Of
hold
course.
anything, because what you're rolling is literally the number. So whatever your total is your initiative, so, oh my god.
Do it right. Hang on. There we go.
When this Michtim dies, someone remind me to put more points in joy next time. Don't be a
Stan.
pissed off little wizard.
I can't.
Happy,
I can't
happy,
really
joy,
do much of
joy,
anything
happy,
else
happy,
aside
joy.
from run and detect things.
Did
Aside
you
from
roll
that,
a
I'm
big
basically
slide?
useless.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I got a 4. Which was higher than I was expecting. Be truthful.
Than I was expecting.
Alright. So the top is going to be Virus. At a 14. So what are you gonna do, Virus?
So me and Hans are right next to each other, yeah, and it's like right next to us.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're kind of in the brambles right now. You could come out and
To
like
each other.
claw at it if you wanted.
Oh no, that's not gonna work.
No, it wouldn't work. You're too happy. That doesn't work.
So instead, I'm gonna go out. Whipsy is near Hans as well because they
You
were
can't
gonna.
see Whipsy. Whipsy and Sly are invisible. The wards for them triggered.
Going over to Hans, and I'm going to drag him with me in a jolt. And I'm holding 2 dice so that it's even further.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh god.
He makes it though.
What are you doing? Let's go with me.
Well, Hans, you're like, let go, me!
Ah!
And
the
we're just
hell
went
is
from
that?
close range to long range in one jump.
Oh,
This. Hans like pulling out the dagger, getting ready to defend himself, and then there's just the smoke cloud.
Alright, it's now the owl's turn. Oh, let's see. It gets 2 actions around, plus movement.
Please don't see me.
No, actually, it's focused on the morsels that are visible and moving.
Ah,
So
good.
you guys
trying
are
to set it
long
on fire.
range. So it's going to move, which will put it to medium. And then it's going to try its own jolt for one of its 2 basic actions to catch you.
Oh no.
Oh, hey, it gets a mood marker too, which actually kind of sucks. 'Cause
Oh.
it gets to you! Like, this thing just lifts off and just comes a-flying. But you made it get away from everybody else. It's actually going to try to bite the shit out of Hans, because Hans is the one who seems to have hurt it the most. It doesn't differentiate between the lightning and the fire. And it will hold 2 anger dice. So Hans, you just took 3 wounds.
Ouchies.
He evades? Or is that a thing?
Evade is an action that he has to take.
That's right.
Yeah. You just took 3 wounds. This thing raises a hand, like a claw, and just goes slash, and it gets you right here, and blood kind of gets on you, Animu. This is not a fun adventure anymore.
now Animu looks like a Christmas tree.
Yes, he does. This red garland right here, just splay. All right. It will now be Jan Whipsy. By the way, Whipsy, you see the owl fly in front of the hole, chasing them. Or really, more like you see its legs.
Woo! Woo!
And I see the acorn, right?
Yes, you do. The acorn's a little ways in there. It'll take you 2 rounds to get to it. And that would include using your action to jolt. If you can't jolt because you don't think you can make the joy roll, it'll take you 4 rounds. It's a big clearing.
I'm gonna yell out to Sly. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna try to go for the acorn.
All right, so you get 1 movement, so that's one of the 4 actions it would take to get to it. If you want, you can take a jolt action, and that'll be basically like another movement.
Okay.
As long as you make it. You don't make
No, I don't make it. I'm too scared.
Yeah,
Like,
you're sitting there like Big Sly. You can see like the grass move where she's coming, and then you see it like shaking around where she is.
Now, is the invisibility, does it wear off?
No.
I'm
Until you do something, I would say, aggressive to get rid of it where he sees you. No, actually, you and Big Sly are invisible until you do something.
so I'm gonna tell Sly if you want, if you want, you can go after the other twin, and I'll get the acorn. Oh, I hope I get the acorn.
Yeah, me too.
As you're saying that, Sly, you both see this thing's head turn around.
No.
No.
It heard you. You're still invisible, but it now
I'm not yelling it. I'm whispering it. I'm whispering it.
You're not close enough to him. You'd have to say it out loud. He's still over near the wall. You're out in the middle of the field.
Well, then I didn't know because I don't have a map to show me how close I am. And if I'm not close to him, then I'm not saying shit.
Also, you wouldn't know where he is anyway, because he may have
that's true.
moved.
You wouldn't know where he
invisible.
is. He's invisible.
Well, I'm whispering it and hoping maybe he hears it. And if it doesn't, then he doesn't.
No, you wouldn't hear that if you're whispering that. Alright, is going to be our good friend Big Sly.
How far away is this critter?
The owl to you?
Yeah.
He's long range, so it would take 3 movements to get to him.
Well, that is not going to happen. I want to take 1 movement towards him.
Alright.
And then...
Now, as long as he can hear you, which he can if you're loud enough, you can affect him.
Oh no. Don't! Because I'm trying to get the acorn.
I'm trying to draw his attention, so...
That's true.
I'm going to do the cat in the hat thing.
The what?
Give him the angel eyes. Try to erase his love markers.
Alright, yeah, which,
Roll
love with
green.
counter anger, actually.
And I never fucking roll good.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
No, but, you were invisible, that's why it didn't work. You did all this, and it doesn't even notice you. You'd have to make noise. Hey Hans! There's this big, angry fucking owl in front of you that hurt you.
A lot.
By the way, Hans, for the record, evade is a move action. It is fear-based, however.
Didn't take any of that either.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could take your action to weep. which is the damage reduction.
Well, he will be weeping by the end.
He would be weeping by the end. He's only got 4 more hit points now before he goes unconscious. Not dead, unconscious.
Unless I do something.
Yeah,
That's like grief, right?
Grief would be weeping, yes. Basically, for every hit you get, you reduce all damage you take for the round by the amount of hits you gained.
Well, I happen to have a marker for that, so... And that's also where I dump the rest of my stuff, so I can shield people.
Well, maybe you want to cry. I mean, you're bleeding, you're dirty. This is not where you wanted to be, man.
Yeah, he'll shed a single tear. He'll release a little anger and just...
The owl just sort of cocks its head at you like...
You will
and then
not
it
make
actually
me cry,
says...
owl.
It actually says... Are you for real?
And a tear rolls, and I give it the finger. I'm gonna roll 4, but I'm gonna hold back 1.
Okay.
What do you mean only for real?
Well, you get a marker.
Okay, spent 1 and got it back.
Yeah, you got a success, so that's 2 hits. So I'm gonna just make a little mark here. 2 for Hans. He goes, I expected warriors. That one's pathetic. Even if he hurt me, I'm gonna eat you.
I'll give you.
What is he pointing at?
You. With his talon, he's like, I'm just gonna eat you. He's too pathetic.
Yeah, and you're also chubby too.
It's your turn, Virus. We're back to the top.
You should weep. Weep.
How far away? Acorn.
From where you are,
Yeah.
3 successes would get you to it. 3 hits on the jolt would get you to it.
You could drag me with you so I could fireball his ass next round.
think if I want to risk doing something or if I want to keep the.
I just imagine you now like the fucking roadrunner. Boom, beep, beep.
We're gonna do something stupid that I'm probably gonna regret later.
Okay.
Consuming all of my joy markers to buy 3 extra dice, and I'm holding 4. Didn't even do the right one. That's not even 3.
I was gonna say, there you go.
And I get one of my markers back.
Yes, you do. Alright.
Dragging Hans with me, by the way. This is total.
Yeah, it's like what? 3. That's 1 plus 3. It's 4 successes. It looks like you were holding 3 dice.
I held 4 dice.
You held 4, so that's
So
yeah. So that's 5 successes. Yeah, you can get.
So we're standing on the acorn.
Yeah, you're at the acorn, but the jolt is an action, not a move. So you are now at the acorn for sure. And Hans is sitting there with you. And this bird just saw that, is like...
I was about to say, since he seems enamored with me, I'm going to leave Hans at the acorn and just run the rest of the way to try to distract him.
It's looking between the two of you like... You're weepy. He's fast. I'm not sure how I want to deal with you.
He's fatter.
Fatter.
No, you have to do it in the weepy voice. He's better.
Well, no, his weep was 1 tear and a flip off.
Oh.
That's his upsetness.
He did the sexy cry. Is
Yeah,
that what he
sexy
did?
cry.
Yeah.
The sexy cry.
I even wiped it away with my middle finger. It was like, you made me cry.
Let's see. I also technically have a move, yeah?
Yes, you do. So you can just move.
It's going to get a little bit further away from him. Make him work for it.
Yeah, but you're here, and I'm hungry. It goes after...
He's still pretty far away.
Yeah, no, he's actually going after Hans. He's hungry. But Hans weeped, so Hans got 1 success, or was it 2? 2, so... He's not going to try as hard. So he's only holding 1 die. So he hits you, but it would do 2 damage, but you reduce it. He's just like, God, this is sad.
Oh, he was able to cover long distance?
No, he's not going after you. He's
Just
going
move.
after. Did you take Hans with you? You said left
Yeah,
him.
he took me with him.
He said he left him.
No. He left me at the acorn, and then he ran off the other direction.
Okay, because that's not what it sounded like. So you took him.
Took him, dragged him to the acorn, dropped him off, and booked it
Oh, you
further,
kept
since
going.
I still had jolts.
Alright. In that case, the bird's going up in the air.
Good.
He'll just come after you a different way. Yeah, he's too far away from you, Mr. Hans boy. Alright. Whipsy. You just watched Animu go hyperspeed. Also, the owl is now in the air.
Turbo
Okay,
hypergalactic overdrive!
How far I'm
Activate!
still from the acorn?
You would need, from where you are, 3 more total successes between Jolt and moving. So if you move and then Jolt and get 2 successes on the Jolt, you'll make it. You're basically 3 points away from it. So moving will get you 1 point, Jolt will get you another point if you make it.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Alright.
So I'm gonna move and then I'm gonna roll.
Yes, let's see if you can make the Jolt. You get it! And you get
Yay!
it!
So, something
Hans?
invisible slams into me?
Well, no, she's still she's one move away actually.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still one move away from
But
you.
you guys can now see the grass kind of scuttling like. Big Sly.
I'm going to burn one of my joy mood markers here
All right.
to make a jolt.
All right. You're about the same distance that.
I can't beat a 6 for some fucking reason today.
Jesus Christ!
Jeez. It just doesn't want to do a 7.
I mean,
It's Saevrick. That's the problem. He never fucking gets it. Jesus Christ! And then we'll start playing with like low rolls, like fucking GURPS or something. And he'll or no, Call of Cthulhu, where you have to roll under,
yeah.
and he'll just constantly roll over. He'll have a 99% chance of success, and he'll roll that 100 and be fucked.
Oh, yes. Come play the Call of Cthulhu.
And watch him just die. All right, Hans. The thing's way too high up, but it looks like it's probably gonna dive bomb you again.
Too high to shoot?
If you held 3 dice, you could get to it.
It's still going after Hans? After Hans made the weep?
Weeping
That sexy
doesn't
cry?
prevent it. It just makes him unappetizing, which is why it does less damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll 3 and hold 3.
Burning mood markers.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be enough to get up there.
Successes. Who knows?
Yeah, it gets 4 successes if you get it, and you get it.
You got it.
Okay, it does not look good. You get it in one of its
plus-
wings.
Doesn't that also add in the one that I held back before for the extra boost in power? Because I stored one.
Oh, that. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, he's not happy. He's definitely not doing well now up there. You got him in one of his wings, knocked out a bunch of feathers. He doesn't look pleased.
We're having
Kiss my
chicken
ass.
tonight.
plus
Oh,
the
yeah,
dagger.
that's the count the dagger.
Oh yeah.
So what is that? 6 successes?
Yeah, he's still standing, by the way, but he's definitely not.
Well, technically he's flying.
Well, yes.
And just as a technical question, do those 3 that I held automatically get stored, or does just one of those get stored?
You mean for focus?
Yeah.
You have to use an
focus, you
action
have to
to
do
actually-
the action to hold it.
Okay.
Like, you can't attack. You have to go, I am holding focus.
Okay.
I am holding focus. Like I said, think of it like Dragon Ball Z charging.
Okay.
Alright.
I suck at that, don't I, Virus?
Hey, Animu. You're up. It doesn't look good up there. It looks like it might be having problems.
So I'm obviously like 2 steps away from this acorn now, like 2 successes
Yeah,
away.
you're on the other side of the thing now. You're like 2 successes away from the wall, or the opposite wall from where you came in, or 2 successes back to the acorn.
I guess I will. Or since it seems to be focused on Hans, I'm sure.
Well, you can't tell now. It's up there. It's up in the air.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like looking at one of them in particular.
No, actually, right now he doesn't look like he's paying much attention to any of you at the moment. Right now, he's like looking at his wing, like God, son of a. Like his wing is burned up. One of them. So he's like trying to maintain altitude right now.
I will just. What would it be? I'll just try to a jolt just to get back into position over there to help them. Because I was expecting him to come after me.
Well, yeah, that's easily over to them. So I'm assuming you move, then you jolt and get over? Or jolt move, whichever way you want to do it.
I guess I just won't move.
Well, no, so jolt... Were you holding one? Oh, yeah, you were. So, yeah.
1 dice.
Gotta keep remember. Okay, so yeah, you make it over to him. You're with Hans again. The owl is holding up there. Like, he doesn't seem to want to come down now. He's not sure what he wants to do about this. Hans has burnt him quite handily, despite Hans bleeding from a chest wound.
Yep.
And they won't feel like chicken.
Whipsy,
Ow!
Yes.
you're up. You're
Well-
one move away from getting to it and picking
Yeah.
it up.
I'm gonna move. Boom, boom.
You guys still don't see Whipsy, but all of a sudden you like you feel like someone else is there, and Whipsy, your action could be to pick up the acorn.
Hell yeah, I'm picking it up and hiding it now.
Well, you guys see the acorn get picked up, and then it's vanished.
Oh!
And then I'm gonna whisper, hey, 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 I got the acorn. Don't panic.
You guys can hear Whipsy because she's right there.
No,
Understand the game.
Ew.
I can't hex him because that's considered
That's an action.
shit.
Your action was picking up the acorn.
What?
Hey, Sly! You're 2 steps away. So move to clear 1 step and then try again. Can you even jolt now?
Well, it's either that or make an action against it.
It's way up there. You'd have if you're in action, it's gonna have to be vocal, like shouting.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
No.
I move. If it wasn't flying, I'd be fucking this thing up, I'm telling you.
All right, and we're back to Animu.
No. Hans, isn't it?
Nope, I'm after you.
Oh no, actually no, it is Hans. That's right.
Am I?
Hans. Then I almost forgot because it's Saevrick then Hans.
Last in the line.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and just roll for it instead of on fire again. I'm not gonna hold anything back.
He's too far out for you to not hold.
Oh,
You have to
Okay,
hold
well,
to
I'll
get
hold.
distance. You have to hold 3 dice to
Three.
get distance to hit him.
okay, I'll hold 3 and roll. Well, I can't roll. Well, if I roll 1,
You can't reach him. Did you get any? No, you didn't. You're out of markers.
I didn't. Alright, well, you know what? I will go ahead and take the action to Kamehameha a little bit and add another one to my pool.
There you go. So now you have one in your pool. The owl starts flying away. He's leaving. He's gone.
Bitch.
He can't hear you, but he starts skedaddling. All right.
Hungry. No, I'm not that hungry.
It's more like those little bastards are too tough for me. And by the way, he's not flying very well. He's like shaky and trying to get away.
Every few feet, just kind of goes whap, and then goes.
All right.
Slowly attempting to heal Hans.
All right. So,
And I guess I'll put a hex on him and... God, but what will trigger that though? Can I say, I want to just cure him right away?
no, there has to be a triggering action. You could
Can
say.
I-
Can only say when I cure him, it cures him.
There you go.
There you go, so don't cure him yet. So when you cure someone, he cures you.
So roll your cure, because I just cured him.
When someone cures you, it triggers the hex. There you go.
Okay, how far away do I need to be to cure somebody?
You personally, do you even have love above 1?
I do.
Okay, you actually, if you hold a die, you can be medium, otherwise you just have to be close range. So basically, you're
Okay.
decent.
That
but
I will
nobody else
reach
is
over.
injured.
So you.
Well, I'm
healed-
injured, but I can't love myself.
So that was. Did you hold any dice virus or no?
That was just raw.
Okay, so you got 1 wound back, Hans.
Okay.
Whoopsie needs to
Yeah, Whipsy, you put the hex on him before he made the heal?
rail.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay, then roll the heal.
So I had 1 token,
Yeah.
and
So you could spend the token to get another die, and then hold the die to get an extra hit.
I forgot I had a grief marker.
Oh god.
yeah.
And Whipsy's attempts at healing Hans. Like she puts the ward on him, Animu it's like, okay, it'll be okay, let me just patch it up right here. And then the ward just kind of fizzles and doesn't actually do anything. By the way, the scene is over. Your markers are all gone now. After the healing.
Should have waited until after the scene was over to heal.
And both Whipsy and Big Sly pop back into existence. And if you guys don't mind, we'll wait until next week to get you the acorn back.
Sure.
Yeah, as long as you don't mind. I was literally gonna just keep rolling love until he was all fixed. So
Yeah, go ahead.
assume-
There you go.
Boom. There we go.
Hey, look at that! I rolled a 9.
There's so much love. Everyone's like, oh god, we survived the owl. Oh my
No.
god, I love you guys. That was...
Look, try rolling a joy and see if that goes above 7. Maybe your joy is not so joyous.
My joy's a 1.
Well, that's right.
Alright, so we will finish this up next week if you guys don't mind. Because
No, I'm good with it.
there are some possible events following the acorn, so...
I am down for it.
So, okay, so impressions of Michtim?
It's kind of
Interesting, yeah. It makes you do stuff because we're so tiny, so we have to like figure out ways to not just go up and just bash the owl. Like for me, I don't have any weapons, so I can't really just go up and try to kill him. I have to find ways to be useful for the party.
In fact, the only person who was really doing damage was Hans the Laser Beast.
And I was just busy being frigging lightning in a Michtim case.
Oh my god. Oh.
Comes around with me.
Yeah, but you guys got to the acorn, so the next one we'll finish up. It probably won't be the full, 2.5 hours, unless things go really poorly. Which could happen.
We're good. I just need to stick close to Animu. Animu needs to sit me far away from things so I can blast him with shit.
While Whipsy and Big Sly are like, we invisible, we ain't here.
Hey,
Yes, that's
if it wasn't flying, I would have had some fun with it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I really like that
Oh god.
the hex stuff, especially with hiding. It's like an alert system. Oof! She went invisible. Shit! Look around. Something's coming nearby.
I just realized between me and Whipsy, we accidentally made Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
You did. And Hans is basically Cyclops. Nobody really likes him and he shoots. Look at his face.
And the really shitty Wolverine.
No, you're the really good Wolverine.
I'm kidding, Hans. You're
because
actually more
you're
like
always.
just lasers.
Wait, no. What? Maybe you're Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit.
With the
With the
Snotty
accent.
attitude.
yeah, with the attitude too.
All right, we'll go with Gambit. We won't consign
Thank you.
him to Scott Summers.
Yeah.
No one deserves
Thank
to be
you.
Scott Summers.
Nobody.
Definitely Logan.
Yes, he is. He just needs like a little
Yeah, right.
Michtim cigar.
I'm buying one for next game.
Irate, and he just needs to stab things.
All right. Well, anyone who's still watching, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the antics of the tiny hamsters. Roll20's cameras were actually stable.
For
Oh,
once.
it's amazing!
Maybe reverting back to the old version on Chrome will fix their fucking stupidity. Like, I just realized we haven't... there was one point where I had to reload where Saevrick went black, but it's been stable the whole time otherwise. Yeah, the karma rules are dependent on the house, and what's a sin and what's a virtue, and you guys aren't big enough to be part of houses, and... That's one thing I will say. I like how modular it is. Like, if you don't want to use certain particular things, you can just be like, yeah, this is not. Because you can totally be a darker Michtim if you really wanted to, which you all kind of are.
I am...
Oh. Announcements? Do we have announcements? I can't remember.
I do.
What announcement?
Oh...
Saturday, I'm be doing a podcast with WebDM with Darksun.
Oh, fancy.
Oh.
Is it coming out, or you already did it?
I will be doing it, we'll be recording it Saturday, and then I'll have access to it for you guys to listen to. But it'll be out for their Patreon. So.
Yeah, he's joined. See, you all say I'm part of the big leagues because I have Matt Mercer following me. He's actually doing things with the people. This guy.
We are all famous adjacent. It's okay.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to fucking be.
It's a weird group we got.
It really is. All right, well, we'll see you guys next week. We'll probably start at 8 since it's not going to take the full time, if that's okay with you guys. It'll give me a little more time when I get home. Because tonight was literally walk in the door, immediately do the dishes, immediately take out the trash. I will
keep you posted on my work schedule because
Yes.
I don't know what type of nonsense they're going to pull, but so far, they have not done anything to Mondays.
Okay. If something happens, let me know. We'll just figure it out. It may skip a week, whatever.
Schedule it for another day, something.
Yeah, I think most of us are fairly flexible. Also, if you guys like what you see from me, Whipsy, and Virus, we play as characters in Saevrick's Planescape game, which is usually on Virus's channel. We just did one this past Saturday. We play every 2 weeks. And Hack Fox over here has a podcast that he is working on, although it's on a little hiatus due to technical problems. Audacity apparently hates you and wants you to scream. I am of the opinion that Audacity has actually been taken over by Cthulhu, and he is upset with you.
Most upset.
I think it's been taken over by Dagon, because I'm Cthulhu. But yeah, I'm gonna be reworking episode 4 into a
minisode.
One of those minisodes that Sir Davis just kind of explains what happened and whatever, and then cross my fingers really tight and hope that the audio for 5 isn't trash, and convert it into something and buy Reaper and relearn how to edit doing it in a different program.
Alright, well, just keep an eye on my channel. I'll try to announce the stream like I did today where I actually scheduled it once we have the date. Thanks for joining us, as always. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay nerdy!
Stay nerdy, stay nerdy.
Oh, goddamn cheesy. Good night, folks.